Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's not the right one. There we go. USCR is running. That's so funny. That's wild. Look at this token go. Wow. I can't believe they did that. I wonder if Doge 1 is going to do a similar thing. This is run by the same person. Same person coordinating both of these. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. How you guys doing? We're just hanging out tonight. Nothing too intense. I'm probably not going to do too many lessons just because I'm a little bit tired. And where's the mask? That's not here, bro. The mask was not it, bro. Those clips are not good. I need to edit this, actually. We're actually at 137. There we go. And actually, I'm going to edit this as well. 137. No good coin today to DLMM, I see. The only one that I was in was nothing. It hasn't been doing awful. Basically no impermanent loss, and then an extra like 0.3 of soul. So, I didn't play it super tight. I didn't really want to, but it seems like it's doing fine. I think the fees have cooled down a good bit on it. Yeah, it was previously at like 60 or 70 earlier, and before that it was probably even higher before that. I was a bit late to the play. But nothing's not bad. That's all I see right now. Nothing too original. Even nothing isn't really that original, so that's probably not a coin I'm gonna hold for too long. I'm probably just gonna see if it gets any more volume. Actually, I'm gonna check out the deck screener scanner just to see if there's anything else that's bonded and surviving. Chungus, that's been done a million times. Not really something I'm interested in. Patriot, I heard my friend texted me and said this one was hella crime. That's very odd looking, isn't it? I bet if you were in a DLMM here, though, would have been pretty fire. I don't know why he said it was crime, though. I didn't really. Mason says, dude, come on. I'm sorry, bro. I missed nothing in Oryx. I didn't play Oryx. How much have you made from this? I see Chris is in here. Chris, have you seen the Met chart? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Rejection at 50 cents, though. We'll see. We'll see if it runs. Me and Chris have a battle for the Meteor price. Oh my gosh. Just hope it works out for me, Chris. That's all I can ask. I know, I know. Incog. I guess we can look at that one. This doesn't really seem real, does it? Sorry, I'm gonna look at it. PLBY. Sorry, I didn't see your message. Hmm. Interesting looking chart. This probably good, good, good. I know, I know. And you know me, I do preach like cutting losses and stuff, but I'm just I'm so bullish that I was willing to take the downturn. Is USCR going to rug? It will at some point probably. It's so strong, but and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you said USCR was a scam." I'm like, I did say that, but do you see how this is not like real? Like this is all a marketing ploy, and honestly, probably wasn't a bad idea to at least LP this or get some exposure to it. But it's kind of too late now. The volume's picking up. They're probably gonna cook this thing, and it's just like it's like not really real. It reminds me of there are these things back in penny stocks, like OTC stocks, and they would do these things called like mailers, and they would pump these like shitty like pink sheet, literal like OTC stocks that weren't even listed on the Nasdaq. These companies would just literally pump and dump them, and they would do so by sending emails. They would send like postcards and stuff, crazy, and they were called mailer plays back in the day, and that's kind of what I attribute this to. It's just being pushed everywhere, literally everywhere. They have a very good coordinated marketing scheme for this, so um, yeah, so like it did go up, and I'm sorry if I fudded you out, but like the agenda is going to be the same exact on this, same as these, you know what PLBY, sorry, I didn't look at this one yet. Oh, this one. Um, Sorry, the camera's kind of cooked on TikTok. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It would be funny if some crypto folks did a CTO of Playboy. Current market cap about 140 mil. What? I don't understand what they're. Mm, it's a little weak to me. It's just a poly market bet. The current market cap of Playboy is 140 mil. Is that true? I didn't even know Playboy was publicly traded. Wow. Playboy Playboy's market cap is officially lower than USCR. I think that's what we just established. Yeah, but you have to keep in mind this market cap is artificially inflated because some person has bonded it with like literally 1,000 souls. So this is artificially inflated, but that's funny. I don't really like the actual meme coin though. Moral of the story: it's kind of weak to me. It's kind of weak to me, but it's getting good volume. Put a Moonbag in Riz Given 2 Trust. Riz Given 2, it's just I don't. If you've been around here, you know I don't like seasonal plays. Like they're all betas of Rismus. You know what I mean? And some people might be successful trading these like seasonal or holiday tokens or whatever, but like to me they're just so diluted and like washed out. It's just like not worth it for me to play those kinds of things, to be honest. How much soul you make today? I think I'm up like 2 today. As a, it's kind of hard to tell though because I'm in a lot of pools and some of the money I'm getting is just from token appreciation. So in terms of like active trading, we made some money on nothing. This is kind of the active trading. We made like 0.3 on here. Not that much, but Pretty risk avoided trade. We didn't have to risk too much on this to make this, so I'm happy with that one. Liquidity provider. What's wrong, Strike? Yeah. Ever try trading futures? I do have I have an eval account right now, but like it's so boring to me, and I don't really know what I'm like. I know what I'm doing to an extent, but like not like I know what I'm doing in meme coins. It's not like it's always like 50-50 to me in the edge or the advantage in trading futures. In my opinion, is just being able to cut your losses. So, um, I don't really like trading them that much now. Yesterday in livestream, you said you didn't like Nano, but DLMM it because it has nice fees. What fees did you meant? Like the base fee in the pool, or volume in 5 mil, 24 hour, or something else? So all of those, the volume and the base fee were good. That's not why I specifically liked it. We can go back to Nano actually. So Nano I saw on the run up, and this initial volume attracted me. But the thing is like this wasn't the best play. I made a good amount of money on it to be honest, but this wasn't the best play because it had this really strong volume and it didn't really sustain it as well as like nothing. Honestly, the nothing fees aren't as great, but that's because the pool is super diluted. Like if you go to the nothing pool, there's 21k, so that's pretty diluted. When I was in Nano, I don't think it was that much. I think I was only some of the only liquidity. But to answer your question, it wasn't really any of those things. The reason I liked Nano was because I was noticing on the pool page, like nothing is doing okay in fees, right? Nano, just based off of my instinct, and I saw how the bins were moving up, and I saw the fees because I didn't really check out the dynamic fee actually, but this dynamic fee does matter. Base fee doesn't matter as much. I'm not gonna decide to get into a coin at any time because of the base fee. I'm gonna get into a coin because I like the look of it, and once I'm in the pool, I can judge how many fees I'm getting, and then I can make a decision how much I like the pool, and so it's kind of like I have to be in it for a little bit to really decide if the fees are really that good. Sorry. Going past that eval, bro. RN, or I'm slamming you out. Same bro, so boring, but what's your firm? I'm on Top Step right now. Yes, I have seen the. Does that answer your question, Ragven? How long do I trade as meme coins a day? I don't really know. I mean, I'm usually at my desk like most of the time, but sometimes I'm just like fucking around, like working on the channel or something. But like during the day, I'm probably at my desk like I don't know, 60 or 70% of the time, and then I'm like I don't know, doing some other shit. But I tried. I'm not. Wow, USCR. Look at this. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Um, what was I gonna say? I have been trying to look at new pairs recently, and the recent DLMM plays I have found from like the graduated tokens. So I keep an eye here. I'm not as much of a trencher, you might say. Like I don't trade new pairs all that much. I'm not very good at it. Playing the DLMM liquidity pools is really where I have my edge and advantage. So. How do you avoid getting scammed in meme coins? Um, don't trust anyone. Someone's in your DMs offering you guidance. They're just trying to steal your money. He says, what are the downsides of being an LP provider? So there's not too much downside, to be honest. I'm going to give a decent coin to give an example on. So nothing, right? The downside to being an LP provider is when you LP, you set up a range of where you spread your liquidity out at. So, right, let's say it's at current price, and I'm setting up a range of buy side liquidity down. This is about 50% down. I almost always go like 70 or 80%, and I'll show you why later, I guess. But basically, when you're LPing, you are eliminating a lot of the risk of getting initial exposure to the token. Because think about it, these little lines I'm drawing, think about them as individual buy orders, right? And Meteora allows you to, it automatically spreads your liquidity out between a bunch of different buy orders. Now, when you provide liquidity, this protects you because as you're going down, you're going to get fees in the token. Once someone swaps into your pool, you're going to get you're able to kind of tax the liquidity taker, right? You're providing Solana, so you're providing Solana for the sellers that are selling into you. So when price goes down, it swaps. You get fees doing this. The number one advantage with this is it allows you to have exposure to the meme coin when it's coming down and allows you to eliminate risk. Because you can still get rugged, right? If for some reason the price dumps all the way through the bottom of your range, all of your liquidity is now swapped to the token at this point in time. So if it keeps going down, you're just holding its spot. You are supposed to cut your loss if it breaks out of the range. And that's what I try to teach a lot. Now, that's one downside, right? Is it can come down, you can still take a loss on it, but it allows you to be protected. It allows you to be imperfect, in which it allows you to be imperfect while gaining exposure to the meme coin, because you don't have to predict a certain spot to get in, and because if you buy it right here spot, then you want it to go up instantly. You don't want it to come down at all because you're going to be down. So the only downside, right? The second downside in providing LP, doing it this way, is that when you buy the token, let's say the current price is up here at the top of your range. If it just goes straight up, then nothing's gonna happen. Your liquidity is gonna sit here. You're not gonna gain. You're not gonna lose anything. So if the coin just goes straight up, and you're not providing liquidity on the sell side, which I very, very rarely do. So that's the only downside. If it goes straight up, but like I don't care if it does that because I don't mind missing tokens. If I bid something, if I set up a liquidity pool, doesn't get any action, and it goes straight up, that's fine. Wasn't meant to be. That wasn't my play. You know what I mean? So it just allows you to gain exposure while risking less is the moral of the story. Okay, I'm done yapping. Let me read some comments. Do you look for total fees, which is shown in GMGN to avoid rug, like the fees to how much volume it generated, where the fees are very low? I mean, you can look at all of those stats. I don't really look at that. The number one thing that matters to me is quality of the meme, whether it's original, whether it's strong, whether I like personally resonate with it. And like you always want to start top down on how much you actually like the base token, because that's really what matters. That's what's going to draw in community, drive in survivability, drive in attention, drive in volume. So the meme has to be good. You can like I always like to kind of rate the memes. Like this is like kind of a B minus, to be honest. It's kind of original. The header's okay. The ticker's okay. But like B minus, right? The only reason I'm playing it is because of this volume and the attention. Next thing you want to look at is the volume and price action, obviously. If it looks organic, if it doesn't look like a farm, that's kind of like the second thing you should look at. And I mean, this is how I do it. You can obviously look at all of these different statistics and metrics for the token, but usually I keep it really simple. If I like it, I'll bid it, and if the price action and volume check out, then that's fine too. Usually, sometimes a chart can look really good, but you might not like the token. I try not to let the price action and volume dictate my preference. I like to start with the meme and then move on and kind of make sure this passes the checklist as well. Hopefully that's kind of helpful on how I choose things. What broker do you use? I have like a lot of different brokers for stocks. I don't really trade too many stocks anymore. I'm gonna wake up earlier to study more good Strikeio history test. You and Goose Discord. Literally like 90% of my friends are in Goose, but I never got in. There was like a time like last year around this time that I should have like tried to get in, but I didn't really mind that much. The calls are helpful and stuff, and there's good people, but I had friends and that we were running together, and I usually didn't miss too much stuff. But no, I'm not in Goose. For you page getting weird, why do you say that, Coin? I have like $5 in USCR, but I have no soul, so I can't transfer my 5 out unless I buy 5 more worth. So, you should be able. You shouldn't need $5 to swap your USCR. You should just have. You can probably swap it with like $1 or less of soul. Can you look at the ZBCN pools? Sure. Oh gosh, there's people shilling a lot of stuff. Give me 1 second. What's your range in nothing? Range in nothing is 70 to 18 to 70, which is roughly, I think it was like minus 75% when I started. I have 66% left and 25% up. So yeah, probably like 72, 73%, 74, somewhere around there. And then I went 3 soul bid ask and then 1 soul spot layered on top. ZBCN, ZBCN. Wait, what is this? Wait, no way you're talking about this, right? Double front bicep. I can't. I know USCR. We just went over USCR kind of. What's up, 101? The USCR, like I said, it's going according to the agenda. I never touched this because I knew that it was going to rug eventually. However, what they're doing is working very well. They're just doing the marketing thing. This thing will eventually go to 0, but how high it's going to go, who knows? Sorry if I fudded you out of your bags, but this was not something I was going to touch, really. To be honest, though, I learned about this token. I learned who was doing it, and I knew about it super, super early, so it was probably not a good idea for me to not be in this because I knew about it forever ago, but that's okay because it's probably going to go to 0 eventually. Are you talking about the Zbeck network? School and trading is the worst combo. Bro, just start trading memes. Start trading memes, Strikeo. You don't have to pay attention as much, low-key. What am I looking at the right thing? Or is... I think the Meteora thing hasn't been searching things properly. It's literally telling me there's a pool. ZBCN, Soul. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of hard to search for stuff right now. When do you think they're going to rug it? USCR is definitely a rug. I don't know. I'd imagine it's not going to go too much higher as it keeps pumping up. But these kind of blow off top moves where they're just going straight up, we can honestly go look at sorry to get distracted. We can go look at what happened with Deej, which was the same sort of play. This one actually had crazy mindshare. But usually after this sort of run up, right, it has its thing, it does its thing. After this super hard run up is usually when they start rugging it. So this thing actually kind of had some survivability. It came down to here and catched another bid. USCR might do something similar, but usually they're just going to one clip it. One day they're just going to decide to one clip a ton. They might run it back up a little bit, and then it's GG after that. I think these candles right here are MEV. I don't think this is actually real. But yeah, on this day, 85 mil to 30 mil is the lowest it went. So they were... I remember seeing like the clip on it was wild. Why is a little pump playing in my ear right now? Maybe it was multiple cells, but When I search nothing on Meteoro with its CA, it doesn't show any pool. Yeah, I don't know what's. I Someone in the chat today was saying that the pools aren't loading with CAs right now. It's really weird. Um, I actually got the pool address because someone in the chat had sent it. Where is it? Dude, why does my scroll wheel always have a spasm, bro? It's so annoying. Like, what is going on, bro? Like, these aren't rugs, bro. It's like any other coin. It goes up and down depending on the trends. Um, they never had it, bro. You have to understand though, they're different plays, dude. Like, they're. Do you understand that USCR, Deej, XVM, they're all being coordinated by the same guy? This coin was bonded with like 1,000 Solana. Do you see how it spawned at a 52 mil market cap? And with these tokens, they push them on like normie. They push them on like Instagram. They push them on TikTok. They have a bunch of influencers, whatever you want to call it, just pushing this to normies. So it's like, I mean, if you are good at playing this, then obviously make your money on it. I'm just saying, like, they are not your typical meme coin. They all have the same goal and the same agenda. Market it to the public and then clip out a ton. But you can see they're doing it very well. Whoever is running these has a ton of money. And I'm actually in, if you want another play that's by the same guy, Doge 1. I don't know when they're going to run this one up. I'm actually in an LP for this. I learned my lesson on not LPing USCR at the bottom. But they're going to end up running this one, most likely. So do with that what you will. It didn't spawn on 50 mil. It just shows 50 mil because that specific liquidity pool was created at that price. Yes, it did spawn at 50 mil. I'll show you. Why is it not showing me anything recent, though? This is... Oh, I'm on the Orca pool, duh. My bad. It was open on this one. Bro, do you see? He probably... Wait. Can you hear me? Do you have a group on Telegram? So the USC worth buying. I put in 20, not sure. I'm trying to find where the token creation was. But you can see, bro, like, they have put in... There's at least 6 figs to start in the liquidity pool. I wish SoulScan didn't glitch out and only show you 100 pages. I wish you could just go to the very beginning and it wouldn't cheap out on the time. But maybe I'm also just a bot. I'm not too much of a wizard. I wish I could just go ahead and see. But yeah. Yeah, Rog, I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, sorry, I didn't send the Telegram group. Am I gonna leave nothing open overnight? I might rebalance it a little bit. I'm not holding USCR. There you go. There you go. When am I gonna sell what? Nothing. I'm gonna watch it for until I go to bed, and then if it, depending on what it does, if it's starting to go lower, then I'm just going to go ahead and withdraw and sell some, and then probably rebalance for lower. Are you from California? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I think something wrong with Meteora. No pools showing for any token. Yeah, something is going on. I'm gonna go to sleep, bro. Good night, sleep tight, Snooky Pookie Bear. Good night, Strikeo. You on Alpha? Sure, Nelson. What's it? What is it? It's kind of boring tonight, man. There's not too much going on, and dude, guys, do you see how many people are asking about USCR in the comments? Literally, it's so marketed. They're pushing it very hard. This is where they're pushing it right now. This is where they're getting their exit liquidity, bro. I know people always say, "Oh, exit liquidity, exit liquidity." This is actually where they are getting all of their exit liquidity because they're now rolling out the social media marketing. They're increasing volume. This is where they are taking profit, right? You see this massive wick? That's them just securing probably like, I don't know, 50 bands or something like that. Let's see if we can find the transactions. 1 day ago is about here. No, not there. Huh. I do want to find out to see if we can find out where these guys were clipping. Nope. This is about, what is that? 2 hours ago? 3 hours ago? Sorry, guys. I just actually want to see if we can find them. Nope, not there. So longer than 4 hours. This isn't even him. Oh my gosh, yeah, see? This guy has 2 million of USCR that he's looking to unload on all of your guys' heads. Holy fuck. Wait, does that just mean that he's the top holder, or what? He's one of them. Let's see if he's transferring any. Okay, yeah, look, he's just DCing out. Guys, do you see what they're doing here? They're just selling. He has so much supply, he's just DCing out. Do you see? These are all sell orders, by the way. Like, this is actually insane. Let's see if we can find out where he got the USCR tokens from. Sorry, I know this is probably like kind of spurg, but I'm curious to see. Ah, we found the parent wallet. I could have just gone to the end. Do you see how it was 152k worth now, and he's extracted so much money? Hmm. Sorry, I know I'm going into a loophole. There's another big wallet. Wait, is that the account we were just on? No, it's not. It's a different one. Okay, so do you see how these guys are just controlling the entire supply? And look, this guy's probably selling as well. He's not selling out of this wallet, though. I don't know what he's doing with this wallet. Alright, sorry, I'm done. Anyways, yes, do you see how the creators of this token hold quote unquote look, I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna show you a little bit a little lesson on liquidity here. Do you see how this market cap is super inflated, right? It says $184 million market cap. Why does it only have 61k of liquidity, right? We can check the Meteor pool too, because we can see if the Meteor pool has more liquidity, which I'm sure it does. Okay, right? 1.4 million liquidity in the dynamic pool. But keep in mind, a lot of this liquidity is the creators. There's actually 113k in here. That's impressive. Regardless, right? Do you see how combined, right? This is 111k of liquidity. So think about it. 60k, 1.5 mil liquidity, 1.5 mil in liquidity, 1.6k in liquidity. So there's about 116k total in liquidity. Wait, no. Sorry. There's about 1.6 mil in liquidity, right? Keep in mind, most of it is in the dynamic pool. That means about only half of the liquidity in here is going to be USDC, right? So taking over that, there's probably only 700k in USDC period. A lot of that is probably the owners, right? Do you see how? Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Do you see how the top holders, right? This guy has 2.6 mil worth, 2.5 mil worth, 2.5 mil worth. It goes down and down. It says these guys have, oh my gosh, it's way worse than I thought. Okay, so it says these guys have basically like, I don't know, 30 million worth of the token. There's only 1.6 million in liquidity. I mean, there's only 700k in liquidity. So how is all of this 30 mil value when there's only 700k of cash you can even sell this into, right? It doesn't make any sense. So I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but it's very sophisticated. They know what they're doing. They've done this a million times, and they keep making money on it. So yes, obviously we know what's going to happen at the end of the day on this coin. Ugh. Damn, I didn't clip anything from tonight, bro. I need to have someone just go through my stream and clip stuff because I forget to timestamp nowadays. Yeah, anyways, that's enough USCR research. No, it's not backed up by Trump. That's what they said with Deej. It wasn't backed by anyone. They, they advertised what? I figure like August 28th for the Deej announcement, and of course, do you think they're waiting until the 28th to sell? I bought 9% of your token and burnt 6%. Wait, you bought 9% coin? I was wondering. Dude, I haven't even looked at the Pump Fund stream. Has anyone been talking? Dude, guys, what's up? What's up? I don't check Pump Fund because no one's normally in here. Wait, do I really have 36? Wait, the Pump Fund motion is getting. The Pump Fund stream is getting motion. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, we're getting some motion. Let's go. Yo, we gonna bond your token real quick. Yo, please do. Why you got bulletproof? Dude, of course, just to stay protected. Good job on completing your challenge. How does Meteor work? Dang, should I give the Pump Fund stream some juice? They're juicing the token, so I think I should give out some alpha. Stay alive. Will do, brother. Are we gonna get more action if I take a blinker checkpoint? Do you use tools like LP Agent? I do, so don't invest in USDR. No, definitely not here. If you're buying up here, you are the exit liquidity that they are selling into. Anyways, you guys want to, does the Pump Fund chat want a quick DLMM lesson? Blinker checkpoint for you guys. Anyways, so Meteor, how does Meteor work? So why is Meteor better than trading Axiom? We've gone over this lesson, but we might as well do it again. So, for example, right, Meteor allows you to gain exposure to meme tokens without risking a ton of money. They do this because instead, when you're providing liquidity, what I normally do is I set up a single-sided liquidity pool, right? Traditional liquidity pools are always going to be two-sided, right? They're going to have some token and some Solana so that you can swap easily between them. A single-sided liquidity pool, what Meteor offers, a DLMM, which is what we mainly focus on the channel, right, allows you to put liquidity below the price, which just function as bid orders that get fees. You can think about it like that. And especially on newer tokens, the dynamic fee can be very high, and you can rake fees if it's getting good volume. Now, I don't always chase volume, right? I try to chase good tokens. But anyways, going back to the main point, why is this better? Or why do I use it way more than Axiom? Because when you're buying on Axiom, right? Let's say you're like, okay, this isn't a bad level to bid, right? It's at the bottom of the support, whatever. Your only hope when you buy the token is that it goes straight up. That's the only way you're going to be happy. If it starts coming down, then you're automatically at a loss. There's nothing you can gain from it going down. With Meteora, you can set up your liquidity in a way where you're going to maybe bid a little bit here, increase your buy order down here, increase your buy order here. By doing this, you're increasing your protection against dumps because you're bidding less at the current price and more when the token drops. So theoretically, you're pretty safe at this point if you set up like a minus 70% range or so. That means the token can go here. You're going to start earning fees. You're not going to get too many in fees if it hangs around here and goes back up, but you got some money, whatever. You can't complain too hard. Now, if for some reason this token finds a new base, right? The support is right here, and support technical analysis is not the end-all be-all, but they work. It still works because it's human psychology, right? People see this support and they're like, if this thing cracks, I need to get out. It's called panic. So you can profit off of people's panic. They might sell super hard, right? If this thing cracks, it's probably going to dump pretty hard and find a new base here. By doing liquidity pools, you can now manage, you can be in this range earning fees. So the way it works is when it gets swapped into, when your Solana that you set up here gets swapped into the token, aka people sell into it, you get fees in the token. Now that you are in range, these buy orders up here, right? These get turned into sell orders once it's down here. So above you now are static sell orders. So when it goes up, you get fees in Solana. When it goes down, you get fees in tokens. When it goes up, you get fees in Solana. So theoretically, if it stayed around here forever, had endless volume, you would theoretically make like infinite money. That's never going to happen. But you can make money, right? It comes down, it's coming up. It goes pretty deep into your range. You're probably not going to be initially in profit here. But if you get even one spike right here, you can exit for profit. You can sell your fees, you can get out of the position, you can just move on to the next one. So you have now made money while it's dumped. You do need the spike, right? You can still take losses doing this because if it dumps straight down, you are probably going to suffer not as catastrophic of a loss as if you entered your whole position up here, but you're still going to be down some money. So you do still have to be disciplined and cut your losses when it goes wrong. But the ideal situation, right? If you hit like a home run per se on a DLMM, it's going to come into your range here for a while and pump super hard. Now you have claimed your fees. So, or now that if you didn't sell your fees down here, let's say, if you held on to your fees, now you have exposure to the token. You have all of your Solana back as soon as it comes out of the range. And you can get extra, holy crap, you guys are pumping this thing. You get extra exposure without risking as much. I will bond it. Holy shit, Coin, you're going crazy. Was that a good lesson, fellas? I feel like that was a pretty good lesson. Can you explain what a bribe fee is? I honestly, as much as I know about order flow, I think it's just I think it just ensures that your order is placed closer or further in line in the order block. I don't really know the difference between bribe and priority, if I'm being honest with you. Well, you gained over 10 souls since last time I saw your stream. Only been 2-ish weeks. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, October wasn't the best month for me. I round-tripped like 30 soul. I round-tripped like 30 soul in December, and we're now at this wallet all-time highs, so I'm thankful for that. Great lesson. Anyone in the Pump Fun chat have any more questions? I'm always happy to keep going over stuff. I don't know if this apple is a day old or 2 days old. I really don't know. I think it's 1 day old, so I'm gonna eat it. Oh, bro, it's so dry. That ain't right. I'm new here. What's a sol? A Solana is a cryptocurrency that is very fast, very cheap. You probably have heard of Bitcoin. You've probably heard of Ethereum. Those are more initial blockchains that allow technology to advance. Solana is used to trade a lot of meme coins. A lot of meme coins are built on Solana because it's very fast and it's very cheap. And at the end of the day, that's usually all that anyone cares about when using a crypto. That's all I care about. Why the vest? Just to stay extra protected, build the brand, etc. And people have started comparing me to 50 Cent, which is a huge compliment. So that's why the vest. And if you pump fun, fellas, I normally don't pull it up anymore, but I made an edit for the channel. Check out how bullish this is. And I spent like 45 hours doing this, but I spent like 45 hours editing this, and it got like not very much juice on Twitter, or TikTok for that matter. But I can use it for channel intros in the future. I can't find where it is, to be honest. Maybe this one? Okay. Check out this intro. Oh, fuck.
Are you in the mafia?
Am I in the what?
Whatever you want to call it. Organized crime.
Took me like 45 hours, man. What's up, YF? Thank you, bro. Thank you, Danny. How big was your Met airdrop? It was like 47K when I first got it. Now it's at like 35, but I'm holding. I'm so bullish Meteor, it's not even funny. So I never had any plans to sell under $1, and that was the thesis that I'm going to stick to for now. So why are the Pump Fun people so confused about the vest? Everyone on TikTok knows. You guys are late. Sorry, I haven't seen your comments, Rag. He says, do you want to hold Sol for long term? Like the total supply of Solana is infinite, which is not good, right? I mean, maybe, but I'm so bullish Solana. Like, bro, it's what has... I was never like an on-chain Ethereum guy. And I always thought Ethereum was like... I know I'm a noob, but like I thought it was just not very user friendly, and Solana is so easy to use. It's lightning fast. So like, I just believe in everything being built on Solana. Meteor is a big reason why I'm bullish Solana. Meme coins are like the world's greatest casino. So like people are like, oh, meme coins are not good. It's like meme coins are the future. Meme coins are what Zoomers, new people are going to go and make the next 100x. Right? When I was growing up, it was like penny stocks and stuff. Now it's meme coins. So what's the average cost to create a coin on Pump? Do you mass deploy coins? I do not. I am not really a coin dev. I'm more of a trader or liquidity provider. Dude just aura farmed us all. What do you mean? Oh, coin. That's sick. Thank you guys. Do you have a Telegram? Yes, I do have a Telegram. I'm going to post it in the Pump Fund chat as well. And then right here. Oh, yeah, the edit. Dude, I don't even get excited about it anymore because I spent so long, and towards the end of it, I was like, I'm so done working on it at this point, so. Is USCR finna moon? USCR is already mooning. They're probably performing some extraction right now, so if you buy into it, you're probably going to end up becoming exit liquidity. I don't use that term often, but that is like the definition of exit liquidity, what they're doing right now. They're clipping, they're like, and maybe they're pushing it on social media right now. I don't know if a bunch of posts just went out, but that's kind of what's going on. That's what's going on there. I don't know what's playing right now, guys. Sorry about that. Never heard that song in my life. Oh, Wiz Khalifa. I mean, Wiz Khalifa just hits in the fall. What's your Telegram? And guys, be careful for imposters. I don't have a backup account. This is the only one, so. Spread token any good? Wait, why am I looking at Nano? Why is it kind of getting a spike though? Nothing is getting a spike. That's fine. I was on to this, now I'm on to that. Bought at 100 mil USR. When should I sell? I mean, personally, I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is not a buy or sell recommendation. This content is for educational purposes only, but taking profit here is probably not a bad idea. Because what? It's already at 100 mil. I don't really want to go over this again, but there's only 700k in cash that they can sell into. And the top wallets hold millions and like tens of millions worth of the token. I mean, I probably wouldn't stay in it, bro. You've already had your move. Like, how much higher do you want it? Like, you're never going to get mad at yourself for taking profits. I mean, you will, but in the long term, in the grand scheme of things, you will not. I think that TikTok account with your name still hasn't been banned. There's a lot now. Do you provide LP to non-meme coins? Not really too much, Winter. I don't know all that much about it. What's the average? Yeah, I don't know. The average cost to create a coin on Pump is probably like 0.1 Sol, something like that. Frittata, what's up, man? Damn, people taking profit now. Check out the I don't know what happened tonight, but the Pump Fund, the DL, and this isn't associated with Meteora. I just made this for fun. I'm not gonna dump on you guys. This is something that's like a long-term project. I think the only reason you would want to buy this is because you believe in me as a streamer. I think you guys know that I'm not here to I'm here to stay. You can see all the streams, and we're not going to stop. That's all I can tell you about this. I think it's a gold nugget. Just kidding, just kidding. Meteora. Why did he tell us what type of vest that is? It's a level 2 vest. I mean level 3. I'll show you where I got it actually. Right here, this is the one I have. And I actually got the plates too. I'll show you guys the plates. Give me a sec. Oh, dude, they're so heavy. Oh my gosh, they're so heavy. The bigger the bill, the harder you ball. I think these are level 3 plates if I'm not mistaken. But I think the carrier itself is like 90 bucks, but with the plate it was like 200 something. But yep. Feel free to rock one. We'll just grow an army. Can the Chad Dev backflip? I can do a backflip. There's Coyote that bought 10% at the Pico bottom. So if someone shoots you, you'd be okay. When any coin is in your range, you withdraw the coins which you earned fee and sell on every spike, or just withdraw everything when you want to close the position. It depends. Usually nowadays I'm not selling as much on spikes on the way down. Usually nowadays I hold my fees until I get one strong spike. So, sorry, I need to stop looking at USCR, bro. So for example on this one, I would not really sell any fees on the way down here unless it was just printing like crazy amounts. If it's printing crazy up here and it's like absurd printer, I haven't seen this in months and months, something like this, but back in the day, you used to get pools that would literally print like 100% in like 10 minutes, and during those times I was definitely selling fees at current price, but usually I'm going to want to hold my fees down here, and then if it gets like one strong spike, I try to get out here. But if I really, really like the meme, this is not something I love. This is like B- to me. If it's really something I love, like Fa or Lion, I hold those longer, and they're more about conviction plays. I don't care as much as the fees, but those coins have obviously worked out very well in what they ended up doing. So that's sort of a different kind of play. One, I think we went over it yesterday. One that I try to be patient on, and then I hold fees for way higher, or I try to. Coyote burned like 7%. Bro, I honestly don't even know what that... How do you actually... Like, I know what burning means, but I don't understand, like, how you do it. Do you just send it to a burn wallet? Another USCR. Crime Lives got motion. Bro got the trenches GCR in here. Bro, the thing is I'm not even like a great trencher, bro. Like, I'm not one to be trading new pairs and stuff. I'm just DLMM guy, and I'm not even close to being the best at DLMMs. Like, my friend Will cooks like harder than me every day, it seems. Nicotine. I can't believe this song is playing right now. Oh wait, yeah. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter right now, I'll follow all you guys back. Sorry. Spoono. Whoa, this guy is motion. Holy shit. Is that him? Is that the guy who's... yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter right now, CrimeXBT, no period. Feel free to give me a follow. I'll drop all you guys back. Or I'll follow all you guys back. Wait, Spoono has motion. Holy shit. That's pretty sick. The thing is like, on my other account that I don't use anymore, I had a way better grasp on mutuals, but like now I follow back so many people from stream that like I don't really know who my real mutuals are. Damn. Bro has motion. Razzer follows you? I mean, not that he's like famous, but like he's like a good friend of mine that got me into DLMMs. Like, this is like where I learned my strategies from. I know Rain pretty well. I like Rain a lot. I don't know if... Damn, this guy... Antoine doesn't even follow me back, but I've talked to Antoine a good bit. That's so funny. Damn, dude, that's sick. Sorry, dude. I'm also like kind of a CT noob, so... Damn, everyone's telling me. Oh my gosh. Damn, that's sick, dude. Anyways. Newsy. Damn. The boys are in here, yo. That's crazy. So, most of the stuff on the page, as you've seen, is just like Meteora. But I think that there's a big gap for even like current trenchers that don't use the platform. And I'm not the best trencher by any means, but I'm telling you guys, Meteora is bullish. Their tech is pretty unbeatable, in my opinion. Thank you guys for the follow, seriously. That means a lot. Is Solana cooked, to be honest? I don't think Solana's cooked at all. I think Solana is going to have the most motion of any token coming in the next, I don't know, like 5 years. I mean, so much good stuff is being built on Solana. It has the world's greatest casino. Like, in terms of accomplishing the bottom line of crypto is it fast and is it cheap? Like, that's really all I personally care about. I don't give a shit about like I don't know, the anonymous aspect of it. Like, I don't really care about privacy too much, so I'm just hanging on Twitter to see if we get any more follows. But yeah, like in terms of like privacy, like yeah, that's like an argument for some tokens, and I know some of them are like, you know, RWA, but bottom line, Solana is the most usable crypto right now, and I think it's going to continue to be. So I'm holding mine. I mean, 80% of my net worth is in Solana. Want to get Coyote is 10x more. Dude, damn. I guess I'm just a noob, guys. You have to keep in mind, I do know about CT, but like I'm just in my own little bubble on Meteora with my friends over here. So that's crazy, though. All right, I'm getting off the Twitter page. Bro, it's actually like dead ass like 60 degrees in this room. I'm literally shivering while I'm talking. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, dude. That's wild, bro. I probably like track your wallets on Axiom, but dude, I am so bad at trading new pairs. Like, I have a friend. My friend is actually the OneCoin dev, and he's been putting me on to more new pairs. And like, he didn't use Meteor either. He has just made a bunch of money deving and trading. So that's so funny. Are we gonna migrate your token trust? Damn, I'm following all you guys back. What the fuck? That's crazy. Eh? I got the Cabal in here. But yeah, we basically talk about, if you guys are new here, we basically just talk about the same stuff every night. I try to update. My portfolio, obviously I don't have as much of like profit or like price swings, but I started this challenge, the 1.5 Solana wallet. I started this on August 1st of last year. So it's taken me a little bit over a year. I actually got the 100 Solana challenge done like 11 months in, and then we're at 137 as of today. What's your largest come up? I don't even know. Honestly, the Meteora is a pretty good payday. The Meteora airdrop was like, at the time it was 47. I mean, that's obviously the most I've received on a trade. I wouldn't consider that really like a trade though. I had a crazy Zach coin back in the day. I don't know if you guys were around for this one, but like Zach Morris was like super known to me because I used to trade small caps all the time, and like he was the pumper. And I got this super early back in the day. I was actually doing it with one of my small cap friends, like one of my friends who really just trades stocks. He still just trades stocks, but he got into meme coins for a bit, and we were just trading this. He made like a lot more than I did, but I think I got in $200, and I ended up making like 15K. I was selling on the way up. I think I could have made like 20 bands, but I think I ended up securing 15. But that was like a really good trade because I got out and I was selling chunks on the way up, and then I just I sold the last chunk right here before it went to zero. So that was a really good one. These trades don't come around anymore, and it was super fun back in like January 2024 when things would just run to hundreds of millions. But yeah, and that's kind of why like June 2024 I started getting cooked. I started round tripping. I probably round tripped like 50% of my meme port, and then I tried to start learning Meteora, and then at one point I was like, fuck it, I am just going to start with a tiny account. I saw Razor doing it, so I was like, it can be done. And I figured if I can do it with small size, I should be able to be profitable with larger size. I don't remember the soul amount, Hubert. It was so long ago. How would you earn off Fredwick? Fredwick. Okay. Dude, I thought there was tea in here. That would have been so cursed. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm like spazzing out. I feel like I have fucking way more attention now. Um, what is this? What is playing as well, dude? Oh, it's because I'm on the Wiz Khalifa radio. Duh. And Wiz Khalifa plays. A. So if you wanted to bid, sorry for getting distracted. If you wanted to bid Fredwick in a Meteor D LMM, it's a little bit sketchy because it's on such like a shelf right now. This thing could crack super hard, right? It's probably not unreasonable to see a move like this happen. If it were to crack, I'm not saying it will, but if it were to, it'd probably dump back down to like 160. You know what I'm saying? So in this case, if I were entering this, I would make this range very, very wide. Because keep in mind, when I'm showing you these plays, there are strategies in liquidity provision. They're called heart attack, where you stack your liquidity super tight in a range towards the top, right? With most of your liquidity towards the current price. This is dangerous if it dumps down. This is good if it ranges here and comes up. But if it dumps down, then you're basically just holding the token spot while it's depreciating. So I'm normally not trying to do this strategy. I'm normally not trying to bid it on the way up, just because it's a lot more risky. I'm not as good at it. So that's what we call a curve distribution on Meteora when it's stacked like this. Sorry, that drawing is like really, really shit. But anyways, when you are doing a bid-ask distribution, it's flip-flop. So a little bit of your liquidity is towards the top, and then it gets bigger as we're going down, right? So I would make my range super, super wide because I mean, I don't know. I've done this so many times, and I know that the coin can go lower than that. It's just the truth. It can go lower than you ever thought imaginable. So on something like this, I would go super, super wide if I'm going to start bidding it here. And so, sorry. Yeah, 334K down to like 30K would probably be what I did, honestly. Because I'm always looking to play the dump and bounce, usually. So, that's how I would play it. But if you're confident in this token, you're gonna play it more different than I am, right? If you think it's not gonna dump below this level, then you can set up a tighter range, so you're gonna earn more fees up here. Because when you go super wide range, you're really not gonna make much of it hangs around up here. So hopefully that answers the question. When you were starting with 1.5 soul, how much soul did you put for each position? So I would usually go like 0.5 in each position. And then if there was like an A plus opportunity, then I would obviously go like 1 soul. And maybe a few times I was full porting back in the old days. But I would only do it if it was like, I need all of my capital in this, you know what I mean? Dude, the USCR people must be pushing the fuck out of it. So yeah, I would probably do like 0.5 every position at the start. I think once I got to 10 soul, I was probably throwing like 2 in each one max, maybe 3 or 4 if it was like A plus, like I said. But the A plus ones are a little bit harder to identify nowadays because the A plus plays, in my opinion, are slower ones like the Lion, 6-7, Boat Kid back in the day. Those were all like A plus for me because I transferred over to a more long-term playing style. At this point in time last year, the market was so hot and the fee generation was so good that I was just getting in plays, getting out within like 4 hours. Maybe I'd stay in something overnight, but I would just sell and move on. And like it was just cooking. It was just cooking back in the day. And you could go into these shorter term plays, but those type of plays were A plus for me back in the day that were just generating insane amounts of fees. Those plays I just don't see them as much, so my definition has kind of changed. It's more longer term stuff for me nowadays. Dude, why is the pump fund text so bad though? I'm trying to send this message. Look, I'm trying to send this message. It's still loading, and I don't want to refresh because I don't know if it's gonna end the stream. So, like, I'm just not fucking with it. I'll post the TG again. I don't know if honestly, not that many people join, but that's alright. But if you guys want to hang out and see what we're talking about every day, I'm not going to give you out like calls. I never want to teach you to buy or sell anything specifically. I'm trying to get you to make your own decisions so you can be helpful. You can call out plays in the chat, etc. But never, never just follow people because that's not going to be sustainable. Because, bro, it's getting pushed. Is 2 Sol good to start with? Yep, that's I started with 1.5 in this wallet a year ago. Incog was going straight up, so I didn't really want to touch it. Gosh, freaking USCR, man. Dude, I would respond to those comments, but I've already given my thoughts on it like so many times this stream. The people who have been viewing for a minute are probably like, holy, can you not go over it again? So, what am I looking at? I'm sorry, Incog. Made that draft. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. I don't know the lore on it, once again. Gosh, I like don't look at stuff during the day for one day and I just don't know anything. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not like super strong in my opinion. Nikolai. Oh, it's Nikolai is the CTO guy. I mean, he did do the worthless coin pretty well, I'm not going to lie. And I was kind of fudding it cuz I didn't really like the way he went about promoting it, to be honest, cuz he was just straight up pumping the token on my Instagram feed and I was like, I don't know. I think I've chatted him a little bit, but he did it. I mean, he CTO'd it pretty well, and so okay, that's kind of bullish actually. So if you wanted to set up a pool on Incog, here we can do a live pool because I'll bid it for fun, just because of the. I didn't even verify that he's actually doing it, but let's see what the pools are looking like. Is there actually more liquidity in the 80 bin step pool is what I'm wondering. I don't think that's right. 24-hour volume is higher in the 125. 10%? How does that make any sense? Yeah, the 80 bin step. Okay, good. Let's keep... Wait, there's no liquidity anymore. Why did they just pull it all? Wait, that's a lie. There's 33 SOL in here. Oh, there's a lot of SOL in here. Okay, the 80 bin step 50% pool is actually probably not a bad play. Someone knows something about this, it seems, so I think we're going to bid this, actually. Good call. I know someone gave it earlier, but I think we might actually throw some size on this. I don't know why, I just turned insta-bullish. I need to make sure it's actually being run by him. Where is it? Where is it? Bro, this is what happens when I get too many tabs. I turn into a bot. There we go. Okay, yeah, he's running this thing. Okay. All right, let's see where we want to bid to on the chart, actually. That's going to be the last thing we do. 1.3. I think we bid down to... ooh, that's kind of low. That's like 80%. Do we think he's going to let it come below 200K? Probably not. I'm low-key down to bid this kind of hard down to like 375. I mean, he did it with worthless, so I think 375, which is roughly like what, 70%? Yeah, I think 70% is fair. Let's do 70%. Wait, I'm in the wrong pool. I almost joined the wrong pool. Sheesh. 70 or 72 actually. Let's go 72. I'm throwing some size in here. Size. It's size for me, guys. Alright, bet. Alright, well, thank you for the call, I guess. Hopefully this works out. Frederick is at 600k. Yes, that's okay. That's okay. I never, ever get FOMO from things going up, bro. I really don't. Like, I was probably never going to play this anyway, so I'm sorry if I fudded you out. But this is not my kind of play. Like, this going to 1.2 mil, I'm not going to be like, oh, I should have gotten in at 500k, because I don't. This is not what I do, so. Vibecoin is good, bro. Bros ops are watching, always. I'm sorry, Danny. If you wanted to trade that, I'm sorry if I impacted your decision. That is never my intention. I just try to give my thoughts on everything, and my strategy does not warrant me buying it here. But damn, I mean, this was a good trade. With that Nina, am I smoking on Keisha? Rah with that Nina. Cornholio, he's followed by Cornholio. Gotta give him the follow back. I'm cashing out. I think I probably will go to bed kind of soon. It's a little bit late, but you know the deal. Same thing tomorrow. Hopefully get some more runners. Actually, let me make sure I'm not going to get wrecked on nothing overnight. Also, any other questions from the lads? Full port into bag work. Followed UG on X. I got you, bro. Preach. Yeah, it's like 2:30 a.m., so I'm getting to the end of the wire, if you know what I'm saying. But it was actually a great stream. We had some interesting guests join up. Oh, wow. Oh, I really don't want to rebalance this. I really just want to hope it stays up. Chad says, Ricks. Thank you, bro. Good morning. What's up, Viral? Did you live stream the entire challenge 1 to 100? I didn't. I only started live streaming in like February or March-ish, and the stream was like way worse quality back then. I was probably at like 70 soul back then. I wasn't streaming the entire thing, but now I am streaming the entire challenge, and we've already completed the 100 soul challenge, so we're gonna try to take it to like, dude, a big ass bug just landed on my screen. Oh, it's a ladybug. Never mind. He can chill. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we're gonna see how high we can take it. I guess the next goal post is 200 soul, and then we'll try to take it to 400, etc., etc. Why the TVL is 214 and 80 bin stat? Rag, it's just like lagging. You can see the real TVL. If you go here, you see how it says $276, but it's actually 100. There's actually 188 soul. I wonder if it shows on Clobber. I wonder if Clobber is having better success reading this stuff. This isn't even right, actually. What are we looking at? Going back to the incog. What you can do if all else fails, it's going to show it here, usually. So yeah, there's 188 soul here. And then if you want to check out the actual pool, the actual soul scan of the pool, then go down on the pool, go to deck screener, and then go down to pair, and click this button. And then it's going to give you specific details on the actual pool. So you can see, right, 30k of Solana is in here in the LP, and then there's only $470 of sell side liquidity. So someone's bidding this with some size, and that's low-key like something you might want to follow. I'm not gonna lie. So that's kind of interesting. It's probably smarter to put some more size in, but whatever. Thanks, bro. You're undervalued, Danny. What time do you usually live stream? Usually it's like 12 a.m. 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. New to this, trying to just understand it all. I have a lot of content on my page. You're probably you're gonna learn stuff for sure watching the stream, but if you want to learn more in your free time, just look through my TikToks. I have a lot of content there, and on YouTube as well. I have some longer form content. I'm like yapping a lot in it, but it should teach you a good bit. How long did it take you? It took me a year. Defined, it shows everything easier. I have used it in the past. For some reason, I just stopped using that website, but I remember it being really good. Welcome home. Blowing. Respect. Okay, so nothing's getting a little bit deeper. That's fine. Let's see how deep we are in the range. I mean, I'm still safe. It can get ugly really fast if we're being real. So you can see how we were saying earlier, this level right here was really significant in people's minds because as soon as it cracks it, panic selling ensues. And we all know this happens. It's just human psychology. Support and resistance is real. Like I said, not the end all be all, but like it's definitely something to pay attention to. All-time highs are always going to matter on any asset, whether it's a fucking painting, whether it's a CSGO skin. The all-time high is always going to matter. Recent lows are always going to matter. I get less concerned once you start going into like wedges and like triangles and channels and shit, but like support and resistance is literally just human psychology and people stepping in, buyers versus sellers. That's all it is. Try it again. Okay, we can look at it real quick actually. What is it? Defined.ai or something? Defined Fi, right? Yeah, it's this one. Gosh, the setup is so different. That's kind of cool. It shows you each exchange it's listed on. Does it combine all of the liquidity and stuff too? 204 mil of liquidity on the Trump coin. Is that total? For sure. Where can I see? It's showing me on Meteora right now. Can I change that? It should break it out for you. Imagine watching someone similar. What you mean by that? What you mean by that? I have one soul, thinking of using some of it to trade. The only thing I'd recommend is just damn, Trump came back down. That's too bad. I actually have a pretty big bag of Trump. Check the Trump arrow under price. Okay, right here. Oh, I see. That's nice. Does it do it with like a recent pair, like nothing? We'll see. Appreciate that. I was kind of lost for some reason. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. Someone made a nothing gold pool on Orca. Who knows? Who knows what in the world they were doing with that? That's wild. $38 of volume though. That's funny. That's actually really cool. I like this, and it shows the DAMM. That's actually nice. Good to know, dude. I actually appreciate that. I honestly will use this software just for this purpose, so I appreciate that. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Thank you for that. What's up, Crime? I found one of your Twitter vids and got really interested. So do you only make money when the coin is going up? So I usually make money by the coin going down into my liquidity pool and spiking. Unfortunately, bro, I'm so tired. I think I'm going to have to cut the stream. But I'll be back tomorrow. Can we look at 4? How much you at right now? This wallet's at 137. Thank you, bro. I'll give you a follow back. Just browsing. Appreciate that. Oh, it wasn't even a follow back. It was just a straight up follow. But yeah, I'm about to head off, fellas. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Pump Fun team, for coming in and supporting. This is actually crazy work here. I'm not gonna show this. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell you to buy or sell anything. But this is the only token I'll ever launch. So. Gosh, I'm trying to be so cryptic in it, but honestly, like you know, if you are here, if you've been here forever, you know I'm not trying to. I just want you guys to actually learn how to use Meteora and be able to trade, create a good community. That's the entire purpose. And like, I'm in crypto. I'm not gonna not launch a coin on Pump Fun. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's my rant. Feel free to join the Telegram. Bagwork, we're about to take over Bagwork. Honestly, tell me my content is not as good as Bagwork. I swear, there's better content here. Nice, we'll join back again once you're on. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Rag, for tuning in. Thank you, Volted. I'll be back tomorrow, I promise.